Hey, hello ladies, how's it going? And today is going to be our first little mini workshop of the next 8 weeks. So why am I doing this? I just wanted to come on, connect a little bit deeper with you, especially those of you that are just trying to get back into the healthier kind of lifestyle. It's kind of been crazy this last year with COVID. Everything's askew and nothing is normal. So just try to jumpstart that with a bit of an 8-week program. So as you pop on, feel free to say hi. If you have questions about anything, drop them in the comment section and I will answer them as they come up. And today we are going to be talking about planning for success. So I'm not going to talk too long. Feel free just to put your headphones in and walk around, do the dishes while you listen to me. If you like, I would love your feedback. So stick with me for the 10-15 minutes that I talk. If I talk longer, I'm sorry. Sometimes just can't shut me up. But I welcome you here. So planning for success. So what we're looking for is tips and tricks just to kind of make sure that your goals are attainable and achieved. All right, so we're looking for little tips to help your goals. Your goals may be different than mine, and that's totally fair. We're all different. You may be looking to get a healthier lifestyle. Hi, Julia, because you want to pick up maybe some extra sports, or you just want more energy. Maybe you want to fit into some jeans you haven't been able to wear in a while. All of our goals may be different. And that's why my first step is determining what your goal is. So knowing how to plan that success for your goal is kind of important to know what that goal is first. All right, so kind of sit down and think about, like, if there were 2 or 3 things you could really change in your life right now, what would it be? Would it be feeling healthier? Would it be just having more energy, better sleeps, being able to keep up with your kids? You'll find that a lot of times it isn't necessarily the aesthetic things when it comes to healthy living, and that's kind of the whole point around the Healthy Girl Summer, is it's not the aesthetics we're going for. It's more just like, I want to feel better. I want my knees not to hurt as much, and that will come with the weight loss, as you will feel better, your knees won't hurt as bad, that sort of thing. All right, so figuring out what your goal is going to be step 1. So I recommend just kind of taking some time just by yourself, not having your kids running around, and just sit down and really figure it out as to why you're doing this. All right, why you want to start making some changes. That why is going to be so important for you to make a successful plan. All right, so step 1, figure out your goal. Step 2 is developing a plan that's right for you. All right, so what necessarily works for me isn't going to work for you. You need to find something that is attainable for you, and making a big flip and switch in what you're currently doing typically isn't going to be a long-term focus for success. So we need to figure out a plan that's going to work for you and that fits in with your life. All right, so there are certain things you're not going to be able to change. Maybe it's picking up and dropping off the kids. Maybe it's a work schedule. Certain things you're not going to be able to change. And then there's going to be other behaviors, other habits, other things that you do that maybe that's where the change will come. So maybe it's not watching, a couple episodes of your favorite show at night on the couch. Maybe we hop on the treadmill and watch them on the iPad, right? So just making some changes like that and developing a plan that fits into your already built schedule is going to be the best way to be successful with that. All right. And then establish an allotted amount of time to spend on it. One of the things that I'm working on personally right now is getting a certification in pre and postnatal specialist. And I have a goal to spend at least 4 hours on that every week. And I have a little checklist, and every time I get an hour in, I cross off that hour. And if I don't make that time, that's what I'm doing on Friday nights. That's what I'm doing on Saturday nights, is I'm spending time working on that course. So focusing that and saying, okay, this week I'm going to get in 3 hours of walking, or I'm going to get in 3 workouts, something like that, where you focus in an exact time or number of workouts to do, because the workouts could be 30-40 minutes, or they could be an hour, depending on your schedule and your ability. All right, so establish that time. So we've got so far, figure out your goal, make a plan that fits into your life, right? And then we need to schedule actual time. Okay, so make sure that you've got an idea of how much time that's realistic for you to spend on that goal each week. All right, and revisit that every Sunday. Maybe you can add more. And then the next thing is going to be to keep a journal. So whether that be through our app, and that's where you keep a journal and you log all your workouts, or it's a handwritten journal, whatever works best for you. I personally obviously love the app. I think it's a great way to log your workouts. But some people are more old school and they like to write things down. I do have a checklist that I write down, so it's in my journal, and that's all the things that I want to accomplish in the day, and that's something I sit down and do every morning, and I go through and I check it off. So I do that handwritten journal for my day-to-day stuff, but all my workouts go straight into the app. All right, and that helps you keep track, monitor your successes, and build from there. Okay, so you've got to figure out your goal, develop a plan, right? You've got to establish the time to spend on it, keep a journal, and then spend time on reflecting on your goal. So we need to plan that as well. And that's where, my Sunday check-ins come in. Sometimes they're on Saturday, but mostly on Sundays. I'll shoot you a message and ask you a few questions about your program, about what you're up to, how your week was. And sometimes one of my favorite things to ask is, what was the best part of your week? And it doesn't have to be health and fitness related, but just sitting and reflecting on what success you had this week. And it could be anything from, I said no to the donuts at work because I really didn't need them and I wanted to have more carbs and fats at dinner with my family. Right? Or it could be, you ran faster than you've ever ran before. All these things are great successes and super important to sit back and reflect on. And so making sure that you add in time for that, because it's going to encourage you and show you why it's so important to keep up with it for the following week. All right. And then the last one is, I want you to act on your plan. So actually implementing it. And that's why this group is so amazing, because we can all sit together, cheer each other on, and you have that accountability, right? So if you are thinking, okay, so I joined the 8-week program, by the end of it, I really want to be able to jog 5 kilometers, or whatever your goal may be, feel free to throw it down in the comment sections here, or just make a post about it in this group. And I would love for you guys to share what your goals are, what your whys are for being here. And so we can all cheer you on and help keep you accountable to that plan. All right, so I've only been talking for 8 minutes. I'm pretty proud of myself. I've went through all of the steps that I would like to just go over one more time quickly. We have developing the right plan for you. So set your goal. That was the first one. Figure out your why, and then developing a plan that works best for you. Remember to fit it in with your already crazy busy schedule. Most of us, most of you are moms. I am not, but most of you are moms, and that just adds such a hectic day to your week, right? The next thing is establishing times to focus on each of the tasks in your plan, right? We want to keep a journal, so whether or not you log that with the app or you log it handwritten, whatever works best for you. We want to reflect, okay? Making sure you celebrate all those wins that you get. That's going to really encourage you to keep pushing forward. And then set goals, right? So making sure that those goals, short-term, long-term, keep going. Don't ever just stop because you accomplished one thing. What's next, right? And the last one is acting on your plan. Okay, so making sure that you've got a good support group around you to encourage you, put that plan up somewhere, vision board it, whatever works for you. All right, so lots of different varieties as to what could be best for you. And what I'm really hoping, if you're still with me at the end of this video, is you reach out and shoot me a message and let me help you build a plan. All right, I want you to figure out your whys. I want you to set aside certain times, put it in your schedule to be accomplishing all the things that you want. All right, so nobody is here with me on the live, maybe a better time next week, I'm not sure, but drop some comments after you've watched this, and hopefully I chat with you girls soon. All right, let me know what your goals are, what your whys are, and if this is helpful. Okay, have an awesome day.